Hey, it's just so Trish, and it's Wellness Wednesday! Bam! Alright, so one of the things I haven't talked about was one of my goals for January, especially with doing wellness. I'm already kind of failing at it, I'm going to be honest. I'm flunking it. But my goal for the month is not to get on the scale. It's to the point I think I have to take the battery out of it and tape it to the wall until the end of the month. And I know that sounds nutty, but the big part is wanting to focus on wellness shouldn't just be about my weight, and it shouldn't be about the number on the scale. And so I was just kind of like at the end of December going, I can go ahead and take my, or not take my, just like not get on the scale, because it's not about being on the scale. I'm on a heel. I feel, like I'm just depleted is a good word that I really feel like, and I want to be vibrant. And I'm like, I could take, and it happened because I'm like, I was having a little devotional in the bathroom, and so I was sitting there and I was like, Lord, I should just not get on the scale. And of course I should inaugurate that by weighing myself first. And would you not know, I jumped on the scale and the battery was dead. If that's not a sign. And of course I'm like, well, I need to get a battery because I need to know what I'm going to start off with and then finish the month. And I went and got a battery and I was like, but I can have self-control. I'm a slave to that number. I'm one of those. And I should know I'm one of those because anyway. So, with that said, I need to take the battery out and tape it to the wall and just let go, because one of my reasons is I don't want to be fixated on the number, and I don't want, hold on, I gotta turn the TV down. I was feeling like I was competing with the TV to talk to you. So my thought is I need to not get on the scale, and a big part of that is I'm really thrilled with the Trim Healthy Mama, and I'm thrilled with my non-scale victories. But having last month only really ended up going down 3 or 4 pounds for the month, which isn't bad, but I thought more would happen. And we have all the reasons why, between too many bulletproof coffees, for me, I'm one of those nursing moms that don't lose weight until I'm done nursing, is another one of them. And, so there's it was December, it was December. So my thought is, I don't want to get fixated on that number. And I don't want that to be like my motivator whether I continue or end. If that makes sense. Because I could be like, oh, this isn't working, quit. And I'm just apparently, I'm not really a turtle loser, but it seems like this round I'm a turtle loser. Turtle, not total or something or another. So, and I want to focus on well-being, so I figured if I'm eating in a healing way, I want to make sure that I am not focused on one tiny little number. And that number has so many factors into it that I'm not taking it into account. Like muscle weighs more than fat. Water retention, just all those things. So, 1 month doing Trim Healthy Mama, and I'm sticking with it even though I didn't have massive weight loss. And there's one gal I was reading, and she lost 14 pounds in a month. I was like, really? It didn't happen to me. But I'm going to say, I couldn't handle them long. I showed you a couple weeks back. My nails are super strong. To the point, because I don't like them long, I'm doing this, and they're getting ripped even shorter because they're so strong. So my nail quality is awesome. And not only that, my husband was like, honey, my nails are growing. And I was like, yeah, it might be what I'm feeding you. So he even noticed a difference in his nails. A big thing I talked about too was my shirts, when you're bulging at the middle, your shirts are shorter and higher up your waist. And I don't really for me, it's one of my things, I don't like my midriff showing. I don't like to feel air on my midriff. I don't know, I guess from being pregnant for the last 11 years, maybe I'll change that. But being pregnant the last 11 years, I always feel like I'm pulling my shirt over my big belly. And so for me, feeling air on my belly is It's just a me thing. It's just what I do. So for me, I've noticed my t-shirts are getting longer and longer, and something that felt like a midriff t-shirt, because I mean, when you round in the belly, I know I don't do a lot of like body shots, you always just get my head, but when you're round in the belly, your shirts ride up your belly. There ain't nothing you can do about it. I mean, except suspenders at the bottom of your shirt. Anyway, digress. Squirrel. But I noticed that my shirts are getting longer, which is really cool, and that my shirts are fitting different here in my shoulders. So I've noticed that. One of the things I've noticed too in the last month doing Trim Healthy Mama, is my appetite, my hunger. Like, before, I don't really have a turn off. Like, I quit eating because I'm bored of eating, not because my stomach's like enough. So I never had that like full, that feeling of full, until like I'm like miserably full. And what I've noticed is I'm really getting a sense of genuine hunger and genuine like, that's enough. That is really enough. So I started reading, and there was somebody who did a post, I think it was Gwen's Nest on her blog, but this is my way of like controlling the hair. So there's somebody who did like 5 things to rev up your diet, and then I looked at Brianna Thomas. Check her out. If I get to it, if I get on the computer, I'll put a link for her. She has like crazy awesome recipes, and she's young, so I mean, she definitely has a talent. Anyways, they're talking about revving up and things to change up, and you know, some of the things I don't eat enough is e-meals. I should eat more e-meals, but I'll get there. And you know what, that's the other part too. I was like, you know, I did try, and I'm doing a lot of really cool things. I haven't been drinking soda. I've been drinking a lot of tea, Good Girl Moonshine. I've really changed the way of, you know, eating. I'm not eating a lot of white carb, no sugar in my life. Well, I had a few hiccups, but for the most part, it's like, see, look how much she's chunked out. She goes, yeah, I like it. Anyway, oh no, somebody's here too. Hold on. Okay, so, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'm like really thrilled because I don't feel like I've worked hard to diet, and I haven't counted anything. And I had one of y'all, and the other part, I love questions. I don't know if you know that, but ask me questions. I might be slow to get to them sometimes because, you know, I got 6 kids, but ask me because I'll probably just do a video on it, or I'll answer it. But one of the things is, I got asked, you know, you've done Weight Watchers for so long. I've done Weight Watchers. Why are you doing this? And you know, Weight Watchers will work. Okay. I know that. But I'm running into, now I haven't lost a lot of weight. I feel better. I feel good. And guess what? I don't really feel like I have been dieting, or like I have been suffering through meal planning. And I mean, granted, when I do Weight Watchers, that poor baby didn't want to leave. So, I don't know. I guess they are like, let's talk to mom. Anyway, so I'm actually feeling like I'm not dieting, and I don't have to count anything. I don't have to track anything. I just have to use like some general senses, like, am I having a high fat meal, or am I having a carb meal? You know, or really that fat, carb. Did I get some protein in? Am I taking my collagen? You know, kind of things like that. Without, and the only thing I'm like, has it been 3 hours? Has it been 5 hours? Oh, crud, I need to eat. That's kind of all I'm focused on. And it's nice, and I'm not like having to calculate all this stuff and plan and plan and plan. They're getting louder. But I don't have to do all that kind of stuff with doing the Trim Healthy Mama. And I don't like it. And I mean, and if I'm having a need, like, And I mean, I've been cutting out a lot of gluten, wheat belly kind of stuff, and a lot of bone broth. I mean, that is just like, yeah. And I'm already a big fan of it anyway, so it's like, okay, so that's great. They're fighting. They're going to fight. So that's what I'm liking about it, too. And I like the fact that it's like, you know what? Don't worry about losing weight. Heal. This will feel healing. And you know what? I mean, they're a bunch of stay-at-home moms, but I think they're right. The one thing I started doing, just because I'm worried about backsliding a little bit, and like, oh, you know, I'll just get into this, or I'll just get into that, is I started going back through. So I read this the weekend of Thanksgiving, came home, got in the cookbook. And then the night before last, I'm reading it again. And, you know, and other things have changed too. Like, I have not, I'm not nursing. I wouldn't consider myself nursing. I'm just trying to, like, survive the weaning process. I think it's harder on me than her. And at this point, not even emotionally, but physically, it hurts, if you know what I mean, and you've been through that. But it's the last time, so it'll be okay. I do like the fact that they go through, like, the specialty items, and I'm doing it, making a point, too, to get into getting some of the specialty items and why. They talk about changing it up, and Brianna Thomas, if I got a name right, that I've linked on there for her awesome recipes, she really gets into that, too, like, dealing with it. And so, I'm really feeling it. One of my goals is to be walking, and I will say today was my first day walking. So my goal, this is week 1 of the new year, and my goal is to get 10 miles in, and I got 3 today. So that's good. So you're going to start noticing, and when I do start losing weight, you're going to be like, oh, your face, where did it go? Kind of deal. Sorry not to, like, and now they're making noise, so I don't know. So, my big thing is keeping drinking, too. Staying drinking. So I think I just totally lost where I'm at. No weight loss. And I'm going to take the battery out of the scale. I need to do it. Get it off and out to keep myself from tempting. One of the things I'm also doing, and I guess I'll have to talk about this later, especially at the end of the month I'll talk about it, is I'm doing a castor oil detox. No, ladies, I am not drinking it. No. I will talk more about that in another video, and this is kind of my update, kicking off the month. Do not get on the scale. Week 1 of 2016. Can you believe it's 2016? Anyways, I better go take care of the chaos that's happening, so peace out.